Animal habitats. Where do animals live? Animals have homes just like people do. These curious foxes come out to explore. A fox's home or habitat is called a den. Clownfish have a special habitat in the ocean. Their home is in an animal called a sea anemone. Some animals live underground. A meerkat digs an underground burrow. Where do other animals live?
Now, just like that video clip told us, this week's essential question is, where do animals live? Now, we've been talking about living things for a while, and one thing that we have mentioned is that every living thing needs to be in the right environment for it to live and grow. Today, we're going to talk about animal environments or habitats. Can I hear you say habitat? That's right. Very good. A habitat is basically the same thing as an environment. Where or what environment do these animals need to live in? Right now, you are going to listen to me read a story to you about a bear and what his habitat is, along with some of his forest friends. I want you to pay attention to who the characters are in the story and what is the setting of the story. What season do you think that this story is happening in? Okay? All right. I hope you enjoy the story. The title of today's book is Bear Snores On. The title is the name of the story. The author of this story is Karma Wilson. The author is the person who writes the words. The person who did the illustrations or pictures, she's called the illustrator. Her name is Jane Chapman. Now, looking at the picture, we can't tell for sure, but what type of story do you think this is going to be? Do you think it's going to be a fiction story or a nonfiction story? Remember, fiction means it is not real, whereas nonfiction means that it's a true story. This is, if you thought a fiction story, you are right. It's not true. It's actually a fantasy story. Remember, fantasy means that the things that happen in the story could not happen in real life. Okay? So pay attention to which things could happen in real life, but what things in the story make it fantasy. Bear snores on. In a cave in the woods, in his deep, dark lair, through the long, cold winter, sleeps a great brown bear. I heard some rhyme words there. Did you guys hear them? It says he was in his deep, dark lair, and he's a great brown bear. Lair, bear. Very good. Now, a lair is talking about his cave right there. Cuddled in a heap with his eyes shut tight, he sleeps through the day, he sleeps through the night. The cold winds howl and the night sounds growl, but the bear snores on. An itty-bitty mouse, pitter-pat tiptoe, creep crawls in the cave from the fluff cold snow. Mouse squeaks, too damp, too dink, too dark. So he lights wee twigs with a small hot spark. The coals pip-pop and the wind doesn't stop, but the bear snores on. Two glowing eyes sneak peek in the den. Mouse cries, "Who's there?" And a hare pops in. The hare is a bunny rabbit. "Ho, Mouse," says Hare, "long time no see. So they pop white corn and they brew black tea. Have you guys caught on to a couple of the fantasy things that are happening in this story? Can a mouse really start a fire with twigs in a cave? Can they talk? No. Can they pop popcorn and brew some tea to drink in a mug? No, those are some fantasy things. Mouse sips, wee slurps, hare burps, big burps. But the bear snores on. He is sound asleep. A badger scuttles by, sniff snuffs at the air. I smell yummy yums. Perhaps we can share. We've brought honey nuts, Badger says with a grin. Let's divvy them up, cozy down, and dig in. And they nibble and they munch with a chew chomp crunch. But the bear snores on. A gopher and a mole tunnel up through the floor when a wren and a raven flutter through the door. Mole mutters, "What a night! What a storm!" twitters wren, and everybody clutters in the great bear's den. Wow, they are getting quite a few in Bear's den. Do you think he's going to wake up now? Let's find out. They tweet and they twitter. They chat and they twitter. But the bear snores on. He is still asleep, even with all of that commotion in his cave. In a cave in the woods, a slumbering bear sleeps through the party in his very own lair. Hare stokes the fire. Mouse seasons the stew. Then a small pepper fleck makes the bear achoo! He blows and he sneezes and the whole crew freezes. So a little bit of pepper went into his nose when they were seasoning the stew, which made him sneeze. What's going to happen next? How do you think Bear is going to respond to them having a party in his den while he is sleeping, while he hibernates? Let's find out. Oh my goodness, look at his face. And the bear wakes up. Bear gnarls and he snarls. Bear roars and he rumbles. Bear jumps and he stomps. Bear growls and he grumbles. You snuck in my lair and you've all had fun, but me, I was sleepy and I have had none. And he whimpers and he moans, he wails and he groans, and the bear blubbers on. So at first he seemed very mad, but right now he's feeling a little sad that he has not had any of the fun. Mouse squeaks, "Don't fret, don't fuss. Look, see, we can pop more corn, we can brew more tea." That was so sweet of Mouse to make him feel better and include him. Have you noticed, look at these punctuation marks. We've had a lot of different punctuation marks, sometimes a period, sometimes a question mark when they're asking questions, and sometimes the exclamation points at the end. Look at Bear's face now. He looks so happy. Bear gulps. Bear gobbles. He sighs with delight. Then he spins tall tales through the blustery night. That means he's telling stories that are very exaggerated and make-believe. When the sun peeks up on a crisp, clear dawn, Bear can't asleep, but his friends snore on. That's funny. Now, why do you think his friends are all asleep now? I think they are so tired from being up all through the night, and so now they're sleepy. But Bear, he had been sleeping for a very long time because not only was he asleep during that party, during winter time, bears hibernate, and that is part of their habitat. They need a place where they can sleep all winter long, so that way they are not in the freezing snow during that time of year. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that story. Now go ahead on to the next pages of Seesaw so that you can practice showing your comprehension of what you remember about the story.